Okay, so today I'm gonna paint my backpack a little more. I already have. I'm gonna continue. I can show you. So this is my backpack. It's over 5 years old and it's super dirty everywhere. And I just throw everything inside so the inside doesn't look better. But I have started like painting it and putting tape on it. Let's see if it stays. And yeah, I wanted to talk about it doesn't stick. But maybe I will just double glue it with something else. Because I like it so much, it looks so cool. So, I have acrylic markers and I'm just gonna paint the back side. I have imagined circles, just like filling it completely, the back rectangle with circles going bigger and bigger. And I wanted to talk about arriving home, since that was what I was dreading so much. Now I have been home for a week. Yeah, it's exactly 1 week. And it's not that bad. I was so scared about everything happening, and I didn't really know how it would feel coming home. And I thought that there would be like some negative feelings of people, like I've talked about in my other entry. But essentially everyone loves me and everyone's super glad that I'm back. And I don't know why I was thinking that it would turn out any other way. And also all of the things that like I have to manage a lot. I have to organize a lot right now, since basically like my life, I decided to change everything in my life. And so now I have to take care of that. And it's also all working out fairly nicely. I'm taking slow steps, but I am taking steps. And I do feel like that's kind of the key sometimes. Like we get lost in thinking about the future ahead so much, and we get scared about things that we have not done yet or have never done before, like first time things. And instead of just waiting and seeing it happen on its own, like recognizing that it will happen and then we don't even have to do much about it, we get panicked and we think about how will we do it? Are we ready to take the next step? And this is something that I have learned extremely much about in the last year or so, roundabout. And to learn to take it step by step and not get this like purpose anxiety as well. Like I love doing mundane things. I love doing simple things. Like for example, now I had a unicycle when I was younger and I would drive all day in my spare time. I would get up at 9 a.m, go outside, ride the unicycle, only come inside for food, get out again until like 9 or 10 p.m. And it was so great. And I was thinking about getting a unicycle for years. And I finally did it. And now I just go out and drive a unicycle. There's no purpose to it. There's no nothing. But it feels nice. And so I try to treat everything like that. I'm just painting my backpack, rambling to a camera, and it just feels nice. It's what I want to do. I feel like that gets lost so much when we start thinking about what we should be doing, what would be the right thing, what would be important and meaningful, what do we have to do. I do things that I have to do, there's a lot. I don't think it stops for anyone, but we should not get lost in it. Things are only as hard as we make them to be. That's what I tell myself, at least. If I don't feel like it's hard, then I'm not gonna feel like it's hard. Then I'm not gonna be like every day, oh, my life is so hard, I have to do all of these things. Rather, it's like, oh, I have to do like all of these things, and in the meanwhile I do the things that I want to do, and it will all end up well. Like, there will be time and place for everything. Without the rush of having it all figured out, I can enjoy way more. Way more. And even with my career and stuff, people tell me, oh, it's gonna be so hard, what you have planned, like a yoga instructor. And I come home and I have like tons of people asking me to give courses, make a group, invite people, or like opportunities just arise while talking about it, while expressing what I want to do. People are fairly open. Life is so abundant. I know it's like it's a bit cliche, but I do feel like it's my truth. And I'm not saying that everything is always super easy and yada yada. There's struggles, there's challenges, but it's what we make them to be, right? If we live in the reality that we struggle, then it will feel like that. If we recognize that it's just a period of growth and challenges and competition, then it's just that. Then we're just fighting for ourselves more than against something or someone. And I'm so happy to be back. It's also such a challenge, like confronting myself with a lot of different opinions and lifestyles, and people not understanding, since I have learned some things that are so out of the reality in Europe. Now it's like, how do I even explain? People ask me like, what was it like? What did you learn? What did you experience? And I try to put it into words, but it's so different from what we are used to that people are not quite there with me. They're like, wow, that sounds so cool. I don't really get it. And I'm like, fair enough. I wouldn't have either if you told me like half a year ago. But that's the nice thing, everyone can grow in their own time, and we don't have to push it onto other people. What I have learned in my journey might only be good for me. Doesn't have to change everyone's life. But for me it's working. And I'm really, really grateful that I had the chance to learn all of this stuff. It made my life so much easier in so many ways. I'm drawing really shitty. I really have to overdo this once I'm done. I am very, I love creating, but I don't have the patience to do a clean job. That's always the struggle in my art and my projects. For me it's fine, but people look at it and it's always like, that's a bit unclean. I don't know what people see in it. But I'm a fast artist. I don't give a shit what it looks like in the end. And I like that. Not made for studying art, I guess. But made to enjoy. Oh, that one's empty. I don't think I have enough yellow tones. Okay, this one's working. And it's my favorite color. Yellow. I'm also thinking about a lot like procrastinating. I'm actually not that big of a procrastinator. I've started just doing things. But still the things that scare me, they get put way back on my list, on my to-do list, which is super sad. Since I want to do more stuff that really fulfills me. I want to do tarot readings and give yoga classes. And I'm kind of putting it off since it's scary to me. Still, the fear's still there, just in a different way. And just with realizing that it's all not that big of a deal. But the starting step, I still have not taken that. Not really. It's also fine. It will also happen. And I have still my net, my safety net, which is super nice. We're going places. This is not what it's gonna look like. And then on my back, it's just like a giant, what do you call it? The thing you shoot at. But in all the colors. And hopefully nobody is feels invited to shoot at my backpack. Let's pray. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. I will have to go over it a few times, I guess. Since I'm not drawing clear lines. It'd be like that. So I told myself, I have recorded it before, but I have not uploaded it because I feel like it's weird. But I told myself next video I'm gonna upload a tarot reading. Since I know I have friends all over the world who loved to get my readings. So if I upload it, they can read it, they can watch it and get a reading from across the world. I think that's cute. My one friend in Vietnam, she's been asking me to get a reading, and I was like, yeah, sure. But we're not calling each other about it. So I will just upload it, send her the link. All of those things, it feels weird. I have a lot of ideas, but I'm always like second guessing them. And I don't know in what sense. Is it actually not believing that I can do it? Is it perfectionism, thinking that I will never like exceed the standard that I've set for myself? Which is stupid because that's actually what's holding me back more, and then not even trying to exceed the standard, or even trying, makes me water myself down so much that there would never be an evolution to it. So it doesn't really make sense to not even try. But yeah, it will probably I will start at some point. I will start eventually. Like at some point I have to do something. But we will see. Also haven't meditated in a while. And I had this thought of losing the knowledge that I have acquired since I'm not practicing. But I've had a tarot reading done for me, and the person said you cannot like unlearn what you have learned. Like once you have come to a conclusion or realization, how or what in life will take it away from you. Like you can just evolve and maybe have a different opinion at some point, but how will you go back to an old version? And that's kind of what I had been fearing coming back. I thought, what if I lose all this progress? And it's like, how does progress even get lost? How would you even do that? If there's something ingrained in your brain that you learned, how would you let go of it all of a sudden and act in old patterns and your wounds when you have healed them? And that's what I told my friend as well. After coming back, I saw him after my last travel. And I told him I was really happy. I said, I healed my wounds. I healed my most recent wounds that I had made or had gotten. And now they're gone. Like, they're scars and it's fine. And he was also really happy about that. And I felt it for the first time. I really felt that the wound is closed. There's nothing to do with it. It's just done. And that's awesome. That's really, really, really great. I was thinking about doing like a rainbows theme, but now I'm just using any color. I'll see how it turns out. Because it's like, the colors are not the natural colors. I like it when they're like not so much turquoise and mixed. I like the, how do you call it? Not full coverage, but like the, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. But we will see how it turns out, if I like it or not. If not, I would just... Ooh, I had an idea. When I finished it with all of the colors, I could do like a pattern on top of it with like metallic silver. So on my bottle, I painted my bottle. I made like these stars, and the stars have like a dotted line, so it's like a map. So I could do it in silver, like a map of stars across like this circle moment that we are having. Maybe that would look cool. I also, since I was in India, I invited so much more color in my wardrobe again. I was like, before, a little bit chic in my own sense. Of course, like not in an actual chic way, like the people would have seen me would have been like, chic what? But yeah, in my own way. But now it's way more colorful and happy again, because bro, have you seen India? The people are so colorful, everything is so colorful, the houses, the clothes, the cars, like they don't care, everything is painted, everything is in every color and mix and match, and it really doesn't matter. And it looks beautiful, it looks so nice. And I don't understand, like from childhood until now, I have been walking through streets and the world in general, and I was wondering, I was like, we have the ability, like we are building this, nobody else is building this, we are making it ourselves. And whenever I had the chance to build something in myself, in like video games or something like that, when you could like build some cities, some like ecosystem, I made it so colorful and so much more like fun and joyful, and we don't do that in this world, and I always wondered why. So walking through India was like Wait, there is a place in the world where people do that? That's crazy. Like, it's also super dirty, and there's places where it's just city and stuff like that. But especially like outside a little bit. It's so colorful and nice. And I haven't seen that before. It was my first time, so I was like, oh my god, there is a place in the world where they do that. And it made me really happy. So I take it home with me. And I do it here as well. More color for everyone. Especially since like everything is already feeling so heavy and hard these days. We can make ourselves a little more joy, I guess, with stuff like that. That's the small things. I had a conversation about that with a friend, talking about appreciating design and style and colors and etc. And I just asked for like for the purpose of like design and style in general, but they brought up a point where I wasn't even thinking about while asking the question. They immediately went into like a philosophical point of view, where they talked about like the city where they live in, and also about like with that like enjoying life more when you can see the beauty in things and enjoy the thought people have put into things. And that like struck me, because I just wasn't even thinking about that when I asked them. But it's so right. It elevated my life spirit, like my joy in life, when I started seeing the beauty in things and appreciating color and design and style in a way that I am not in a consumerist way where I'm like, I want this, I want to be like that, or my house should look like that, but in a sense of just observing and realizing the thought that went into it. And yeah, just enjoying it in general, since there's so many things that can be appreciated. Just appreciate it, just like that, just like, oh, that's so nice. Because when don't you see like a person with very colorful or very pretty outfit, or a house that was built different from every house in the city and has a lot of like intricate things on the outside of the building, stuff like that. It just elevates the experience so much. That's what I feel like. So I'm always not always, so I am always trying to see that, but I'm also trying again to incorporate that in myself and not hold myself up to a standard to be something or someone, but to express joy and content and show appreciation for like the things that I have, and show appreciation for design, color, style. I think that's important. I want to do yellow, but I don't know which one was good. This one. We need more yellow in our lives. That's what I think. Recently my favorite color actually shifted from yellow to green, and I don't know why. But I enjoy it. Green is so nice, so versatile, so much nature. one of the best colors. Like, actually I cannot say anything against any color. I'm a walking rainbow, and that's how it should be for myself. I love it. It's gonna look really nice, actually. Like, I wasn't sure about the colors, but I feel like no matter which colors I choose, it's like, it's a rainbow, so it's colorful, it has to be nice. And it's also nice because it's covering the dirt, at least for a while. It will be covering the dirt for like a month. Then it's gonna be dirty again, probably. But oh well, that's life. So, this is where we're at. I think it's cool. Some green. These colors are also weird. We have like no normal tones. Purple and blue is normal. Yellow and green, we only have like super weird tones. But I guess is what it is. I've also realized some things about me and art. Since before I left, I wanted to study art and I applied and got denied. I also talk about that. Well, it still sits deep. But I realized that I might not even be the best student. Not like that I have to be the best. No, I just in general mean I don't think I would be a good student. Since I don't hold my art or myself up to a standard at all. And I just want to create, so I feel like it's alright and maybe not even fair to take up a space when I'm cool with what I do. I think I should just do it and not really hold myself up to a standard or try to compare myself like that, feeling like I failed or something in my art, since I like what I do and I do it for fun, and I can express myself through it, which is the most important thing. It's not that people look at it, and I have a lot of people looking at it, reading my tags, listening to my music, looking at my art, enjoying it, or seeing themselves in it, which is the best part ever, when you share something and people are like, this feeling I've had that feeling, or yeah, I could never put it into words like that, or they look at a picture and they're like, this strikes me as something, or it reminds me of something, like an association and stuff like that. It's so nice. It's like the best feeling ever to have people recognize themselves in art, in then your art that you made, which is so awesome. I cannot describe it. When my friends like my poetry or something like that, it makes me so happy. So I don't really see the reason for me as person to study it when I'm really content in where I am. The only reason I wanted to study was more because I want to give art therapy. But all around the globe, there's also places where you can just get an art therapy certificate, like learn to do it. But you have to pay for it, of course, and it's a little bit expensive, but I feel like when I get to work again, I will also be able to afford that at one point. So at one point I might be able to give art therapy how I imagine it, and then I can instruct yoga classes, give art therapy, and just help people, which is gonna be so nice. It's like, it's what life is about. I just want to give to the people around me the experiences that I could experience in my life already, the joy and the healing. It took so long to heal from so many things in my life, and this year is the first year where I actually feel like there is so much that has not dissolved, but the knots I've untied all the knots, and now there's just new ones to come. Like everything from the past is resolved, and I cannot wrap my head around that. I'm like, the past is resolved? How is that possible? But it is, and it feels crazy. It feels so crazy to be like, there's nothing that I'm carrying with me right now, and I understand myself in a way that I never have. Like, I know exactly what I'm doing and why, and I feel like almost in every moment. And of course there's also new feelings and stuff arising, but this profound knowledge about myself, about like who I am and why I am, I have never reached that. Also not with like the therapy that I've been in and everything, but like this last year, bro, I just fully evolved. And like and my Digimon transformation going on. I'm evolved now. So cool. Like when you realize that that's all you can control, is like not even control, not like controlling myself or my emotions, but all I know is myself 100%, and that's all that we have influence on. That's all I can shape. So I feel like when I know myself this much, what's gonna happen? Like, no matter what, I can always rely on knowing myself, on trusting myself fully. I have not experienced that in my life since I didn't have like a healthy childhood or a healthy youth as well, and that's something that I am so proud of and so happy about, to have overcome so many things and realized so much about myself. This is where we're at. I almost reached the sides. It's definitely uneven. We love that. Blue. I almost have no blue in it. F. F my life. Okay, now we're gonna do blue. This is like the first blue circle. I can cover another one if I want to. We will see. That's what happens when I do it without a plan. And I'm still gonna love it. So it's a bit tough. Ooh, and I also thought about, since I wanted to start like voice acting some time ago, I also thought about like reading on this blog, online blog, vlog, whatever. I want to read something. I have a microphone even. And maybe I read my poetry. Or a book. I thought that would be nice. I think there is something like that, like fan-read audiobooks. I guess you can do it. I don't know if it's like fair game. I'll have to see. Now it's more light blue after I used the pen for a while. So now it's like a progression in the circle. That's fine. I feel like Bob Ross. That's alright. That's alright. There's nothing wrong with it. But it's true. Let's Bob Ross this backpack. I can't believe I have this backpack for like, what was it? I have it even longer. I guess 5 or 6 years. The memories, I tell you. And when I had it first, I was trying to keep it white so bad. I would clean it and scrub it. And then I was like, you know what? It's my everything backpack, so it really doesn't matter. And now I'm just coloring it. If I told myself that when I bought it, I would probably be like, what? No way, it has to be white and sleek and pretty. And now I'm like, no, it has to be colorful and crazy. Ever since I started riding the unicycle now again, I still get like this dread about doing things like that outside, because it's like not what people are used to, so there will obviously be reactions. Like a lot of people just smile, they're like really happy they're seeing a grown-up person on a unicycle, they're like, awesome. But some people think it's weird, or they look weird and stuff like that. So I've been making up a character in my mind, like a character for myself, and I've been cultivating the character of a woman who is working in a circus, and she has to practice driving the unicycle because her act of the trapeze was given to another person. So I'm telling myself that, I'm like, you're studying for the circus because because your job went to another person, and you have to like learn a new trick, otherwise you will be replaced. I also just realized I didn't put any red, but now I don't want to put blue and red next to each other, because then it will be like a math backpack. I don't like math, but orange is fine, I guess. Yeah, that looks nice. And then I'll do something else, and then I'll do red. That was what was missing. Red, blue, a normal green. I love doing this so much. I also love like sewing and stuff. It started also in India. Like I did it before, stitching a little bit, but I still like thought it was an effort. And then when I was in India and I've made like an Indian mom, and she would teach me all of this stuff and sit down with me. And she also taught me that it's like not a big effort at all. We would like, no matter what we had to sew, she would just be like, just give it to me quickly, like it's done in 5 minutes. So I started stitching like relentlessly. I see something, I'm like, oh, I can stitch that in like 5 seconds. So now I always pull out needle and thread wherever I am, just stitch things. I did it when I was waiting for my train as well. I was like, oh, I will just stitch my top. And it's so much fun. Everything is so much more fun than like just watching something. I feel like doing something is always the right way to go. Whenever my hands are busy, I'm like super happy in the end. It's just nice to see what you create. Sometimes even like in minutes. We're going places. Oh, there's like a dent, so it looks weird. Shall be fine. I already noticed, like, I just want to be done. I'm always like that. I started and then I'm like, okay, what's the quickest way to do it now? Impatient little effer. Woohoo! Another circle done. There we are now. It's not that much anymore. And it looks so cool, oh my god. Now I would say something greenish. I don't think I had this. And then something reddish. I try to plan a little bit ahead. Let's see. Whoa, we reached the border on the side. Woohoo! I also feel like what I noticed with paintings and stuff, because in the moment you can be so perfectionist, and those perfectionist artists, like, I feel like they are so cool and it looks so great in the end when they have like every brush stroke and stuff perfectly. But what I noticed, especially in my paintings, is like those tiny mistakes where I would like get myself hung up before. I don't even see them in the end because I make things like so crazy and too much in my pictures that it's like it doesn't even matter if there's this tiny mistake because nobody's gonna even see that, not even me. So I started stressing less and less about that and just going for it and being like, if something happens that I want to clean up, I can always clean it up. So no stress. Oh, sheet. Yeah, and with that it helped me so much more. And I think I can even like erase these with like alcohol, maybe. I think acrylic you can not erase from fabric, but from surfaces. I am so excited to see this after it was in use. When there's new dirt and everything on it, I want to see how it progresses, if it's gonna be like looking good for a while or immediately going to shit. I also have a lot of really old texts that I've written like years and years ago on my blog. I'm also thinking about reading those, seeing how I like changed my perspective and stuff like that. It must be funny. Ah, because of the rectangle, I think I made more of an oval shape in the end, unconsciously. But I don't think you can see much. I mean, it fits the shape, so. I wonder if there's like more people of one type, of like the clean type, or more people of the type who also say, I just want to do it, I don't care. I see those like online, there's those, not debates, but like there's TikToks from one spectrum and then TikToks and videos from the other spectrum, and people reacting to it being like, how can you do it so unclean, how can you do it so fast? And then others, I feel like the perfectionism definitely gets rewarded more. People are like, that's so cool, so much time and effort, and it looks so perfect. Which is fair enough. I just wonder what's more. Like, if there was no camera on, what would people do more? Now, finally a red one. Let's get it big. Ooh. Hell yeah. It all looks very light on the backpack, lighter than I expected it. Even the red is kind of pinkish. I wonder why it is such a struggle to pour our hearts into things, for me at least. And I was thinking about that since I was talking about being this quick artist, which I do really like. But I also wonder, like, sometimes I shy away from pouring my heart into things and effort and time, thinking that it's less scary, I guess, to do it not half-heartedly, but to do it with a less of an expectation for myself. And I wonder, like, why it's so easy to shy away from putting in effort, and why that's a route that people take, me included. I mean, putting in effort and having people say they don't like it or they think it's bad doesn't take away from the effort you put in. So it should like make ourselves happy. So why not? Why care? Essentially, why care? If you put in the effort and you're happy with it, awesome. And if you're not happy with it, maybe that's the point. You put in the effort and you think, oh my god, I could have done so much better. Or this is not exactly how I imagine it to be. What's the problem with that? Maybe it's not, but why does it take away from it? Perfectionism talking. In the end, doesn't it only matter that you put effort in and that it was something that your heart told you to do? Like a fire, a passion, a creative endeavor. And you're just like, I want to try that. I want to see where it goes. I want to see if I can do it. Should that not be like the whole reason and enough in the end? Like no matter what comes of it, you did it, and that's the thing that matters. I've read this title online. To be an icon or something, to be an icon you have to unapologetically be yourself or something like that. And I do feel like it feels like an apology, like, or similar, like not pouring your heart into things and taking the step back, playing it safe, stuff like that. So I do feel like we're taking away from ourselves there in that moment when we decide not to do it. Even though everything in ourselves is telling us to do it. I'm really wrecking these pens. But you gotta give a sacrifice from time to time. A neon greenish yellow. Hell yeah. It's very pastel on the backpack. My biggest fear is starting a circle with a pen and then realizing it's running empty during it. Oh, maybe I can still like overpaint it then, but I have to find a good color for that. And it will look different, like you will see the difference on the different spots. This is so awesome, I'm gonna have the greatest backpack after this. This is more like a craft along and have a podcast kind of vibe. And for me it's a journal entry. Getting my mind clear again. Since it was so much going on in my mind before I came here, I was like, oh my god. And I have to face all of this. And in the end it didn't feel like I was facing anything. It just went on. It just went on is kind of like how I would describe it best. Nothing changed. I just kept going. That's like my whole life at the moment. Nothing changed. I just kept going. And people are like, how do you feel now that you're there and this and back and different? I'm like, it just keeps going. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just taking a step by step. I do feel like this one is running out a little bit. I jinxed it. When I started the circle, I definitely jinxed it. Why? Why do I jinx myself? I'm painting faster as if that helps. I'm like, no! The faster I go, the more I will have the circle finished. It doesn't matter how fast I do it. Or does it? Come on. Don't leave me hanging. Should be fine. Yeah, okay. There we go. It looks so nice. Can you see it? I hope. It does look like I'm from the circus. Nobody can tell me I'm not. And purple. I don't know which one I already had. That one? No. I don't know. But it's working, so I will use it. I kind of feel like all of them are running out now. How can I jinx myself so hard? I have to think about this moment with exactly this backpack because I said it's so dirty, right? I was at the grandma's house from my last relationship and she saw my backpack and she was like, please don't put it on the couch. And I was like, I would have never. It's so dirty. She immediately said that when she saw it. She was like, please never put it on the couch. That would have been so rude. Like, this backpack seriously is disgusting. Outside and inside. Oh, bro. It's actually running out. Stop. And another circle down. Woohoo! Nice. Now I'm gonna do orange again. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be so nice. I can't wait to walk around with my colorful backpack. No more dirty backpack. Now we have it colorful. I also think it's like sucking up a lot of the paint because it's like woven on the side where I'm painting right now. And I guess when it's woven, it's like harder to just paint on top of it. Like the sides are like some rubber or plastic cover on the woven part, but this one's just woven fabric. So it drinks up the paint way more, sadly. I love acrylic markers so much. Maybe I'll do black here. I think that would be cool to have like a black lining. Oh, one of them was open. Let's see if it's like still running. There was a color like dripping out. I guess it's still working. Okay, let's see. I want more. I want more color. It's not really coming out that much. Bro! Stop! Stop wrecking my project. Using the expensive one even. Sorry. Sorry. I think black for the bottom is really good since it's just so dirty. This one's really annoying. I will try a different one. Maybe that one. Yeah. Looks good. Yeah, that one is good. Now let's try make it clean. All of a sudden I'm anxious, like painting this with black. All the other colors I was like, you can paint over it. Now it's black and I'm like, I cannot do anything when I mess up. Okay, maybe I will just stay away from the color a little bit, do the edges, and then get a small black one and fill in the gaps and the border. Oh, it's so black. So cool. I love a good contrast. Oh, there's like dirt on it. Ooh, stop messing with me. I'm gonna have the most disgusting hands, but that's okay. Oh my god, it looks so cool. It's like pitch black. Awesome. I think it looks amazing already. When I clean it up, it will be perfect. Panic! There's a carpet underneath me, so if I drop, they put black all over the carpet. Okay. Baby be calling me Hercules. Now the bottom. Yeah, that was a good decision, I feel like. So dirty. It's so satisfying to see this dirty ass fabric becoming pitch black. It looks so clean. So if it ever gets to a point where I painted everything and then all the colors look trash, I can just paint it black. Good to know. It will look great. This one is so much better than this expensive one, but I guess because it was opened in the box. Always get the cheap art supply. I tell you, it works fine. Best artist advice, don't spend the money on the supplies. It even makes like nice clean borders. Woo! I'm painting over the edge. Oops. It's alright. Okay, I'll get a small black one, clean it up. Nope. I drenched it, it's not drying at all. I love it. Bro, stop. But hey, the border is looking clean in my eyes. So nice. Awesome. So this is it. This is the back of my backpack now. I like it a lot. Actually, the black is like seeping in. I might go back and clean that up, but for now I'm happy with it. Very happy, and I will clean my hands as much as I can. So yeah, that was my thoughts on being home and everything working out.